Oh, hello, folks. Ken David Stewart with you again, and we're going to do tonight Roswell 1947, the opening acts, part 3. Okay, let's just check from my rough draft where we left off. Okay, where we left off, exactly what has happened is the alien that was in the back of the truck with Mick Russell has been taken into the hospital by General Kane. So the narrator says, while all the commotion is going on in the reception room, Dr. Zorba passes by and sees the live alien slumped in a chair and taking deep breaths from his oxygen mask. Dr. Zorba says, "Nurse, bring this man into the operating room immediately. I'll have to work fast to save his life." Narrator: Nurse Carey puts the alien on a table in the operating room. Dr. Zorba: "This is bizarre. I can hear this creature's voice in my head, but he's not speaking." Nurse Carey: "What's he telling you, doctor?" Dr. Zorba: "The creature says that he's very frightened and he doesn't want to die. He's telling me the exact medicine he needs to restore him to health. He said that his name is Commander Zig, that he comes from a planet millions of light years from our solar system." Nurse Carey: "He's trying to communicate with me too. He says the last thing he remembers is colliding with another spacecraft. He says that he means us no harm." Narrator: General Kane rushes into the operating room. Commander Zig, communicating telepathically: "Doctor, this man frightens me." General Kane: "Well, what's the verdict, Doc? Can you save this thing or not?" Dr. Zorba: "Well, first of all, General, he's not a thing. He's a highly intelligent being from another universe. He says he means us no harm. In fact, he's very afraid of you." General Kane: "You didn't answer my question. Will he live?" Dr. Zorba: "Yes, he was just explaining to me what treatment he needs when you came barging into the door." General Kane: "Are you telling me this alien can speak English?" Next we go over to Act 4, Scene 1. Act 4 takes place at the Roswell funeral home. Dennis the mortician is busy getting a client ready for tomorrow's funeral. Suddenly he hears the phone ring. General Kane: "Dennis, this is General Kane from the Air Force Base. Listen, Dennis, I need 4 child-sized funeral caskets as soon as possible. Do you have any in stock?" Dennis: "I have 2 small caskets, sir." General Kane: "I need 4, Dennis. Can you build me 2 more this evening?" Dennis: "Well, this is kind of short notice, sir. I'll have to run over to the general store before it closes at 6. I need to buy lumber, nails, and a hammer, saw, a tape measure, some paint." General Kane: "Good. And while you're there, pick me up a few pepperoni sticks and a pack of White Owl cigars." Dennis says, "I'm a little pressed for time now, sir. I just started preparing this body for the funeral tomorrow. It'll take about 6 hours to finish the job." General Kane: "So you're sure that this guy's dead?" Dennis: "Yeah, as far as I can tell." General Kane: "So what does he care if you bury him tomorrow or later in the week? He's probably not in any hurry now, is he?" Dennis: "Well, I suppose not." General Kane: "Well, I am in a hurry. I want those caskets delivered to the hospital by 8 o'clock this evening. Get to that general store right away on the double." Dennis: "I'm leaving right now, General. Oh, by the way, sir, who are the small caskets for? Was there an accident involving small children?" General Kane: "Don't ask questions, Dennis. You'll get further orders when you arrive at the hospital. And remember about my pepperoni sticks and cigars." Just moving on here to the next page. Slip back a little bit there. Catching up here. Okay, here we go. Dennis in kind of a soliloquy to himself. Something doesn't make sense here. Usually they ask me to get the bodies ready before they ask for caskets. And surely someone would have told me about an accident involving small children. Well, I'm about to get to the general store, and I guess I'll find out later. Act 4, Scene 2. Narrator. After a couple hours of sleep, Mick wakes up in the storage room at the hospital. He still feels woozy from the effects of the tranquilizer. Mick, where am I? Those fascists must have stuck me in the janitor's room. There's nothing here but brooms and mops and pails. Hold on, I see a window. Narrator. Mick stumbles over to the window. He picks up a stepladder and smashes the glass out of the window. He runs to the back lane about a block from the hospital. As Mac wobbles down the lane, two dog catchers from town are having a smoke break in their truck. They see Mick stumbling down the lane. Harvey the dog catcher, says to his partner, the assistant dog catcher, Hoss, look at this guy. He's wasted out of his mind. Hoss, the assistant dog catcher, says, Hey, buddy, come over here. You look like you could use some help. Mick says, You're right about that. First, I get kidnapped by two Air Force guys who throw me in the back of a truck with aliens. Then they take me to a hospital where a nurse shoots me up with horse tranquilizer. Then I pass out and wake up in the janitor's closet of the hospital. I broke the glass in the window in the janitor's room and made a run for it. Harvey. Ha ha ha! That's the goofiest story I ever heard. Hoss. This guy's hallucinating real bad. We need to get him to the hospital right away. Harvey. You're right, Hoss. He's probably been out in the hot summer sun too long. He's probably got the heat stroke. Narrator. When Hoss goes to grab Mick's keys, his keys fall out of his pocket and land on the ground. Mick picks the keys up and opens the back door of the truck. Mick then grabs the leash of an angry Rottweiler and releases the dog's leash. Harvey. Hoss, run for your life! That big mean Roddy's on the loose! Narrator. The angry Roddy chases Hoss down the lane. The two dog catchers see a big blue dumpster, climb in it, and shut the lid. Harvey. Oh man, it reeks in here. Hoss. I don't care. I'm staying here until I'm sure that Roddy's gone. Narrator. Mick starts up the dog catcher's truck and heads for town. Mick. I've got to get back to the radio station. I've got an even better story to tell now. Act 4, Scene 3. Narrator. Zeke, the hospital custodian, runs up to General Kane. Zeke, the custodian. General, the guy we locked up in the storeroom broke the window and escaped. General Kane. Enz, get in the truck. We've got to catch the rancher before he starts shooting his mouth off again. Narrator. Enz and Kane start riding down the back lane. They stop when they see the two dog catchers climbing out of the dumpster. Private Enz. Look, General, the city makes those poor dog catchers hunt for dogs in the dumpster. General Kane. I doubt that, Enz. Roswell City employees have a union. Private Enz. Maybe the dog catchers aren't included in the union contract. General Kane. What the heck are you guys doing in the dumpster? Just look at you guys all covered in garbage. You're a disgrace to the uniform. Private Enz. I thought city employees made good money. You guys shouldn't have to scrounge around for food in a dumpster. Hoss. We're not looking for food. A large Rottweiler chased us into the dumpster. General Kane. Men, it's your job to catch dogs, not run away from them. Harvey. Well, there's a whole other side to this story. You tell him what happened, Hoss. Hoss. Well, it's kind of a long story. We were sitting in the truck having our smoke break when we see this guy stumbling down the back lane. Harvey. Yeah, this guy tells us this goofy story about escaping from the hospital. He said two military guys kidnapped him and threw him in the back of a truck with a bunch of aliens. Hoss. Ha ha! Then he said something about a nurse giving him a shot of horse tranquilizer in the backside. Private Enz. They're talking about Mick, General. General Kane. I know. So where's this guy now? Private Enz. Yeah, and don't you guys have a truck or something to put the dogs in when you catch them? General Kane. They don't need one. The dogs all chase them into the dumpster. Ha ha ha! Harvey. Look, General, this is no laughing matter. The guy just drove off with our truck. Private Ends. I don't get it. There's two of you against just one of him. Haas. Well, that's kind of a long story. You tell him, Harvey. Harvey. Well, Haas and I were trying to pull this guy into the truck. The keys fall out of Haas's pants. The guy grabbed the keys and let the Rottweiler out the back. General Kane. Let me guess. And then the dog chased you guys into the dumpster. Haas. Yeah, that's pretty much the way it happened. Private Ends. You guys are hilarious. You're funnier than Floyd the Barber on the Andy Griffith Show. You guys should go tell your story on Rick and Dwight's radio show. General Kane. I have a feeling that's where Mick is right now. Okay, I think we'll hold it there, folks, and we'll start off with Act 5, Scene 1 next time. Thanks for listening.